burning the bottom of your bread, you need an insulator. But what works best, rice or rolled up foil? The results might surprise you. Watch this. By the way, I'm MJ, founder of loadedpotato.org and your refrigerator eliminator. I help you hack your kitchen with quick, easy, budget-friendly meals using only shelf-stable ingredients straight from your pantry. If you're new to sourdough, check out all my videos on sourdough. I'm not a sourdough guru by any means. It's a simple chemistry experiment, and I've hacked the system of endless stretch and folds and kneading with my 15-minute sourdough loaf. Check out that video. But that's not why we're here today. Today we are gonna run yet another one of my experiments because I'm a nerd and that's what I'm here for. I experiment so you don't have to and you can just steal my results. Okay, so it's not stealing if I give them to you freely. It's all yours. So I've got these 2 sourdough loaves that I made yesterday that have been rising for 24 hours and they're ready to bake. And I'm using my go-to favorite Lodge cast iron loaf pans. So we're just gonna run an experiment. In one pan, we're going to put rolled up foil that looks just like that. It's about a 1/2 inch thick and it's just gonna chill on the bottom there. And in the other pan, we are going to place a 1/2 cup of rice right into the bottom of the pan. Just like so, nothing fancy. It's about, I don't know, maybe 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. Now I'm legit running this experiment because I'm seriously curious. I'm not really sure which one is gonna win, the foil or the rice. Now the foil raises the bread off the bottom of the pan much further by about 1/2 inch. So the bread is much further away from the bottom of the pan. However, the foil may act as an insulator and just carry that heat straight from the pan to the bottom of the bread and it may all be null and void. And the rice is only about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. So that is not very much distance from the bottom of the very hot cast iron pan to keep it from burning. So I'm honestly not sure which one's gonna win. So let's find out. Now all we gotta do is line our pans with parchment paper, just like so. Nothing fancy about it. Plop in our bulk fermented sourdough dough right into our loaf pans. So fluffy. Looks like, I mean, come on. Look at that. That's been rising for about 22 hours maybe. So all we're gonna do is just plop it right into our parchment paper. And if this weirds you out, that we should be forming it and stretching and messing around with it, watch my other videos and you will be shocked that you can get a beautiful loaf just by mixing and dumping. So now we're just gonna take it, plop it right into our loaf pan, and the same thing with the other loaf. They're exactly the same. All right, once you got your loaves, your dough, into your loaf pan, it's looking something like that. Now we're just gonna cover them and let them rise for 1 to 2 hours, and then we'll throw it in the oven and bake it. All right, our bread has been baking for about 1 hour now, and it is gorgeous. I mean, look at this loaf. It is stunning. And you saw how fast I made it. Easy peasy, plop it down. Oh, so good. Okay, the moment of truth. And which bottom fared better? What insulator worked best? The foil or the rice? Let's check it out. All right, moment of truth. Let's see. I'm gonna pull this bad guy out. This is the foil. You can see here. This is the foil. Meanwhile, we're gonna pull out the rice. Sure nothing stuck to the bottom. Rice. Okay, we're gonna start with the foil. Let's see what we got here. It is still a gazillion degrees. Okay. Let's see here. It's kind of sticking to the bottom in certain spots. You can see the heat did transfer in certain spots. You can see these little spots where I guess the foil was maybe sticking up a little higher. And you can see on the parchment paper, this is what happened with the foil. It didn't burn, which is nice. So this is what our foil looks like, which makes sense. And now for the rice. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, even, not a single dot of overcooked, completely even. We'll compare them side by side here. So honestly, they cooked very, very similar. Not enough that it would, if you don't have rice on hand and you only had foil, that this would be reason to not use it, because it still was very effective as far as not burning the bottom. But the rice worked much better. You can see there is no hot spots at all. It is completely even, unlike the foil that's got a little bit of brown spots, which I'm sure tastes great. So there you have it. Moving forward, I'm gonna stay with my rice. I use rice for everything, for all of my insulators, but I did use foil when I first started until I found out about rice. But still, foil is pretty effective if you don't have rice on hand or you go in your pantry and just run out. Foil actually worked quite nicely, much better than just letting it go all the way to the bottom, but rice is definitely superior. So if you have a choice, go with the half cup of rice. And you can reuse this half cup of rice. Gosh, I use mine like 10, 15, 20 times before it's like too black to use. And even then you can still keep using it. I just throw it out because it looks ugly. So you can keep using that same half cup of rice in your loaf pan over and over and over again. Now, comment below if you thought the rice was going to win or if you were cheering for the foil. Either way, they're still both great methods. And be sure to follow me for more amazing recipes using only shelf-stable ingredients. And check out loadedpotato.org to see all of our recipes, meal plans, grocery lists, and recommended products to save you time, money, and reduce your dependence on the refrigerator. Till next time. I know you're gonna want me to cut this open to prove to you how easy this sourdough was to make. So here we go. Wah! Perfect, as usual. I mean, come on. I literally mixed and plopped it in. It's so easy. Gorgeous. I'm telling you, use my hack method for easy sourdough every time. loadedpotato.org.